Hi guys. This afternoon we're going to go over charting and why charting is so important to growing your business. When you first start out, we all start out at the basic distributor level. But as we rank up and promote, we reach obviously we have different titles. And the different titles, the different ranks we reach, enable us to earn more money. The first level you're going to look at after you first sign up is an executive level. And what the executive level means is that you have 2 distributors underneath you, and they both have a total group volume of at least 400. That's 2 qualified legs. That's all you need to reach the executive level. When you hit executive level, you start earning not only your first and second level, but you also earn on your third level as well. Now, how you fill these out is, let's use, put my name in here, and then let's say put Sandy in one, and let's put Brad M in one. Now, in order for Sandy to have 400 volume, that is a combination of her personal orders, her auto ship order, any other personal order she's done, and the volume of anybody she may have underneath her. Let's say Sandy has 5 loyal customers who are each spending $50 per month. And she also has 1 distributor, and that distributor has 3 loyals, and between that distributor and those 3 loyals, they spend on average, let's say $200 a month between the distributor and those 3 loyals. So Sandy's volume is a total of these 5 loyal customers at $50 per month, say. So that would give her $250 there. And then the distributor that's under her and that distributor's 3 loyals spend another $200. So that gives Sandy a total volume right there of $450. So there's a qualified leg. That's all you need there is Sandy and everybody underneath her to have a total of 400. And then let's go over to Brad, and let's say Brad has 3 loyals, and each of his loyals are only spending, they're only getting Fat Fighter, so they're only spending $23 a month, each of them. So Brad's loyals between those 3 are spending roughly, it's $69. And let's say Bradley's auto ship, he spends let's say $85. So you have your 69 and your 85. So that's a total of 154 there. So the way it would stand right now, I wouldn't reach the executive level if this is what my month ended like, because I need both of those legs. I need Sandy and Brad both to each have a minimum of 400 volume in order for me to rank as executive. So that's why, our 4 loyal customers and our 2 distributors that we push in your first 30 days, that is pretty much guaranteeing a 400 volume for you. So in the end, our end goal is 5 distributors and 4 loyal customers, because 5 distributors is all you need on your front line to take you all the way to the diamond level. But we'll get to that one in a little bit. After executive is your ruby. To reach ruby, you need 2 qualified legs on your front level, that's directly under you, and an executive on your front level. So let's say, we'll get me in here. Let's say we have, we'll use Brad M again. And then I'll use hubby. And we'll use Jeff. No, we will not use Jeff. We will use Sandy. And under Sandy, she has, let's say, Melissa and Scott. Okay, so what I need is obviously 400 volume out of Bradley and his entire team under him. I need 400 volume out of my husband and his entire team under him. And then I also need an executive leg, which is a distributor who has 2 400 volume legs under them. Once you hit Ruby, then you start earning on your first level, your second level, and 5% on your third and fourth levels. So, and you know, Ruby is actually really not hard to reach. You should, if you're doing your parties, if you're doing 2 parties a month, like I recommend, 2 parties a month, you should have no problem reaching Ruby in less than, I'd say, 60 days. If you're doing your parties the way you should be. You know, some of us do it without parties, but if you do parties, it will definitely help you grow quicker. Definitely help you grow quicker. The next rank is Emerald. You can see it's really starting to grow here now. For Emerald, you need 4 distributors on your front line. These are directly under you. Your name would go right here at the top. Your distributors that you personally enrolled and kept would go here. So let me say, I'll put Brad here, Jeff, hubby, and Sandy. So you need 2 of these people, 2 of your directly enrolled distributors. You need 2 of them to have reached Ruby in order for you to promote to Emerald. And again, here is the Ruby chart. It's 2 qualified legs and an executive leg. And you just, you know, you fill these charts in as you go. I know I've posted my charts many times in the group. I keep a running track of total group volume all month long. I can tell you it, you know, on any given day of the month how much volume you have and what you need to rank up to your next level. I mean, these are charts that we should all be filling out for ourselves, because having them right there in front of you on a piece of paper next to your computer, it really is helpful to you to see exactly what you need and where you need it. Because a lot of times, after you start growing a little bit, you might sign a new distributor and you'll realize, I shouldn't keep them for myself. Because like I said, to get to Diamond, you only need 5 distributors to reach the Diamond level. You only need 5 on your front line. So let's fill mine in. Let's go Jeff, hubby, Brad, Leslie, and Sandy. So once you have these 5 on your front line, then you might find someone who's interested in being a distributor, and you realize, well, I could keep them for myself, but if I place them somewhere else in my organization, that will help me promote faster. So let's say, okay, let's use Jeff here as an example. He has Cheryl, Pam, and Allie. And then under Pam, there is Stacy, Debbie, and actually Pam has Kim T as well. So let's say, Jeff would have Pam as his executive leg. And over here, Sandy has Scott, Melissa, and under Melissa we have John, Angela, Anna. All right, and I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm just trying to give you an idea. Say, for instance, this is you. Let's go up here and change me to you. This is you. And this is going to be you. This is definitely going to be you in the diamond spot. It's just a matter of learning where to put people when they sign up. So let's say you have your top 5 filled, and now you have a new distributor that wants to join under you. You're sitting here looking at this and you're saying, now where should I put them? Well, you realize you need a distributor here, because in order for you to rank to diamond, you need somebody to reach emerald. And she might be lacking in distributors. So, you can look at this and say, well, this leg, Melissa's leg, is pretty close to reaching Ruby. So how about if I take this new person and I put them right there? Well, now you've just filled in one more piece of the puzzle for your diamond. And then say Sandy signs another new distributor. Well, she might keep them for herself, or she might place them down here. The way this chart looks right here, it would be smarter for her to keep them for herself, because she needs to have, certain people, certain places. But you'll learn that the more you do your charts at the lower levels. Don't wait until you've ranked up to Ruby to start doing your charts. The sooner you start doing them, the more comfortable you'll be with them, and the more you'll be able to look at them and just know right away from looking where you should put a new team member when they sign up. And it can change too. You might have your chart all filled out thinking, oh, this is going to work this way, and then all of a sudden a particular distributor that you've signed up takes off like a shot, and you realize, wow, that leg is now moving really quickly, so now that leg will be used as one of my Ruby legs so I can promote, instead of let's say we have on this page here, let's say I had Sandy in the Ruby section. Well, let's say Jeff's leg all of a sudden decided to take off, and Sandy's was building, but it wasn't building quite as fast. Well, you'd probably move Jeff over onto the Ruby leg and move Sandy onto the 400 leg. So it's just, whatever, you just move things around as you need them, like I said. But at least these charts give you a good idea of what you're doing and what you need in order to promote. Like I said, with the Ruby level, you earn 10% on your first and second levels and 5% on your third and fourth levels. Emerald is your first major goal, because once you hit Emerald, then you earn 5% on your fifth level, and you also earn 2% on every level underneath that, all the way down to infinity. So, you really start, your income can really shoot up as soon as you hit the emerald level. Diamond is even better. You also get another bonus once you hit diamond. And you also, like we all get the fast start bonuses right now. When you sign a new distributor and they get their first 2 loyal customers inside 30 days, the enrolling sponsor gets a $100 fast start bonus. Let's say Bradley signs a new distributor next week, and a week after that she gets 2 loyal customers. Well, that would mean Bradley would get a $100 fast start bonus for that. Once you hit the diamond level, every new distributor you sign up personally after you are diamond, you're going to get the fast start bonus for them just like you do now. But you also get what's called a customer acquisition bonus, which means, say I reach diamond and I sign Pam up after I'm a diamond. Well, Pam gets her first 2 loyal customers. I get my $100 fast start bonus. I also get an $80 customer acquisition bonus because I'm a diamond. Now let's say Pam signs up a new distributor, and that new distributor gets her 2 loyal customers in her first 30 days. Well, Pam is still going to get the $100 fast start bonus for that, but I am still going to get an $80 customer acquisition bonus as a team leader. They're basically leadership bonuses that go into effect once you hit diamond. And those customer acquisition bonuses keep going down. It doesn't matter how deep in the levels it is. Pam's new distributor could sign a new distributor, and as soon as she gets her 2 customers, she'll get the $100 fast start bonus. But again, I will still get a $80 customer acquisition bonus. So the bonus structure once you hit diamond is incredible. Don't get discouraged by looking at this diamond worksheet. It's not nearly as scary as you think it might be, because you're not doing this alone. You are not doing this alone. Every distributor you sign up underneath you is going to build too. So, you're going to have a whole lot of help filling in all these little boxes with distributors. And, and that's what we are promoting. We're trying to build teams. So, and today this was just to really show you how the charting system works and how it can help you see what you need, see how close you are to promoting every month. And if you don't know how to find your volume, I'll show you that quick. Just log into your eSuite. And you go to your performance dashboard, scroll down and click on levels detail. And it will show you everybody's group volume on your team. So, you can write down the group volume in the little boxes so you can keep track exactly where it is. It's listed under GV, so it's really easy to find. There's no problem at all finding your volume. But that's really easy to do that, and you can just, like I said, write it in every month. I start keeping track of volume at about the 7th or 8th of the month, just so I can track it and I can see, what areas might need some help. You might have a distributor like here, like I said, Bradley has 3 loyals under him, but they don't spend much. They're on the lower side. So if you get a new loyal customer, you might not keep them for yourself. You might give them to a distributor underneath you who needs a little bit of a boost to get them to hit that 400 volume, because that's what you need. You need the people under you to have 400 volume each leg to be considered a qualified leg. And so you'll give customers away to your team, you'll give distributors away to your team, and you might find other teams that tell you don't do that, don't give people away. And I will not tell you that. I think the way to build to make your business successful is to help your team members, and in helping your team members, you help yourself. You know, if you are just planning on building under yourself and making a quick buck, you might make some money in the beginning, but in the long term, you know, it's all going to explode. To build long-term stability, you need to build smartly. And if you have any questions on how you should build, if you have a new distributor, a new loyal customer, and you're not sure where you should put them, or if you should put them, if you should keep them for yourself, if you should give them away, who you should give them to, you can always message me, text me, ask me my advice. I'll help you in any way I can. Like I said, I keep track of everybody's volume. I keep track of everybody's rank. I can tell you usually within 5 minutes exactly what you need to promote to the next level at any given time of the month. So, but print these out. I'll put a link in the group so you can print these out and just start, like I said, just start charting. It's important to start doing this in the beginning, so by the time you get to Ruby, you should be pretty good at charting, because then Emerald starts to get a little more intense because there's a whole lot more boxes, and Diamond is even more intense. So, get into it slowly. Start at the executive and start charting now, because you don't want to pick up a chart for the first time when you're about ready to promote to Emerald and you're completely lost when you look at the charts and not know how to use them. So I hope this helps explain how charting works to you. Like I said, if you have any questions, though, just let me know.